Yo people, welcome back to the channel. So Josh Warrington is set to face Mauricio Lara, Mexican super featherweight, moving down to featherweight in a non-title bout after Warrington vacated his IBF featherweight title recently with some controversy, or maybe not controversy, but it was more so criticism by a lot of people, me being one of those people. I don't think it was really the greatest decision for Warrington to vacate his title. I don't think Warrington is, he's not a big star to be able to vacate his title and still have leverage in a division like the featherweight division. I mean, yes, he can pull in the crowds, but we don't know how long this no fans, no crowd situation is going to go on for globally. So him being able to pull a crowd of 30,000 people at Elland Road in Leeds, that means nothing right now. So that's the reason I thought his decision to vacate his title was pretty silly. He could have had a rematch with Kid Galahad instead of vacating his title, which would have been, one, a bigger fight than against Mauricio Lara, and two, it would have been that saga settled, done. Because Warrington still has to face Galahad. Just because Galahad ain't is mandatory, don't mean Warrington doesn't have to face him. Because Warrington and Galahad had a very close fight. A lot of people thought Galahad won that fight. I can't remember what I scored that fight. I'm not too sure, but it was definitely a close fight. And a lot of people thought Galahad won. So I do believe this decision may come back to bite Warrington in the butt. Now, going on to the actual fight and previewing the fight, giving my opinions, my thoughts. If you've never seen Mauricio Lara fight before, I've watched him. I watched I think it was the fight before last on YouTube. And, he's better than Josh Warrington's last opponent, Sofiane Takouche. In terms of his style, you'd have to sort of describe him as a front foot counterpuncher. He likes to counter on the front foot. Maybe I'd consider him more of a pressure fighter than an actual front foot counterpuncher though. He's not got the greatest defense, which is why I might pick Warrington by stoppage in this fight. And, if you've never seen Warrington fight before, I'm sure you have if you're watching this video, but if you haven't, Warrington is a guy that throws a lot of punches. That's his main attribute. He's got good stamina, good conditioning. He can go for 12 rounds. He's done that pretty much every fight in his career. He's only won 7 fights by KO, and he's had 30 fights. So, that lets you know that he goes 12 rounds a lot. Even though he's only got 7 KOs, he's not feather-fisted. Warrington does have decent power. For you to reach that level, world level, I mean, even at featherweight, you've got to have a decent bit of power. And you saw in his last fight against Sofiane Takouche, he displayed that power pretty well. Warrington's got good right hands, good right hand puncher, got a good right hook. Those were the punches that were landing on Sofiane Takouche with ease. But whether he'll land them on Lara, I'm not too sure. Lara is, as I said, he's a bit defensively flawed, but he's a good counter puncher. So I'd be wary if I was Warrington, because Lara does look like he packs a bit of power. I think a lot of people are dismissing Lara, and I don't think they've actually watched him, because when you watch him, he doesn't look like a bum. He doesn't look like one of your average Joes. He actually looks like he can fight a bit. Now, obviously, he's not ever fought anyone at the level of Josh Warrington, but he could step up and he could perform. So we'll have to wait and see. So, to my prediction, I'm going to go with Josh Warrington wins this fight by unanimous decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a tough test for Warrington in terms of the first few rounds, because Lara is lively in the first few rounds. I want to know what you guys think about the fight. I mean, Warrington is a pretty heavy favourite. Do you agree with Warrington being the heavy favourite? Or do you think Mauricio Lara's got a decent chance as the underdog? Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And remember to turn on post notifications to stay notified whenever I upload a video.